Hello, myself Ramana Reddy. I'm currently working on Sure. Before continuing this video, I recommended to watch the gRPC basics in my previous video. Mm, Here I'm going to explain how to build a gRPC client and service using the .NET Core applications. Let's flip to before continuing, we need to follow some steps to create the service and client. So first of all, we need to create the service. Before creating the service, we need to install .NET Core 3. So I am using the .NET Core 3 and Visual Studio Code. So let's flip to Visual Studio Code. So this is my Visual Studio Code. So I am creating the two folders. One is for client, one is server. So I am now getting to server. So I am open folder. Go to my server. So there is no. I selected my folder. So go to terminal. Let's go to and follow the steps. So first we need to install the in .NET Core we have inbuilt built gRPC template is there, so we can utilize that one. So go to terminal and execute this command. So after executing, we need to add the photo file. So right now, so we get the template. So just a minute, it's still working. Okay, just now get to the template folder, cd space employee service. Right now I'm in employee service path. So here we have inbuilt grid proto file is there. So instead of that, we need to create the employee prototype. So go to click and add employee. File format should be proto pro to. So employee proto. For here my requirement is like I am planning to implement server side streaming. So here I am going to create the I have already template is there, so I am going to copy and paste here. So this is my requirement. So this is my template service. Get all right now I am focusing on server side streaming. So get all employee details. So I can send the empty request. I don't want to pass anything. So that's why I created empty param. So I need to retrieve all the employee list from the DB in synchronous manner, asynchronous process like in the form of the stream, server side streaming. So in normal APIs, so if you get the request to server, you will get all the data in the form of the JSON or anything. So here it will come in the form of the chunks, like in the form of the stream. Like instead of sending all the data in one shot, it will send to the client one by one. Like that, it will work server side streaming. So here I'm focusing on employee ID, employee name, employee address. Uh, so if you want to get the list of employees, so in prototype we will use the repeated keyword to get all the employee list to display in the client side. So after that, just flip to here. Next third step, go to services and add the employee services. So we need to add one more services. So inbuilt we have gRPC greater services there. It will come by default template. So I don't want to use this one. I commented everything. So I am creating my employee service here. So right click add employee service dot cs. So here I am going to I have already employee services there. So I am going to add my employee service here. So I added my employee service as well. Okay, let's flip to third step. So after that, we added one proto file, say, right? We need to change the protobuf compilation path in proto file. So go to corresponding employee service CS process file and change the and add the whatever you created new employee proto file. You need to add that proto file format. So just copy. Just go to greater .cs pros. It's already in photos folder. We need to include the instead of grid employee proto. We need to include. set the namespace in the protocol employee services. Okay, I already added this thing. So my employee service namespace is employee service. So I already added. So that's it. You can save. Next, then the service. Just before writing, I need to build. Just a minute to do that. Okay. So before that, okay, good. Here I need to add the I am using the SQL related stuff, so I need to include that library. So just I need to include this package in .NET Core 3 SQL related. All the information will storing in this package. So I'm going to install this package within this corresponding in the. Make sure we are in current project directory. Then only it's going to install. Yeah, it's added. So I'm going to build. Okay, I removed the. So we need to change this one. We removed that greater service. Instead of that, we need to include employee service. So we need to include the employee service info. So go to and click and build. Now perfect. Okay, it's running on the localhost 5 port number 55001. So services is completely successfully created. So flip to client. So we need to create the client. So I'm going to create the .NET console client. So let's move to client. So just open the Visual Studio Code. Just open the client folder. Just select. Go to terminal. Just .NET install the client project. Yes. Let's go to second step. So add the we need to include that employee photo file whatever we created in server side. So just we copied and paste this employee photo file in the photos folder. So let's I'm going to here sorry I'm going to my server project employee service photos. Just I'm copying employee photo. I'm going to client. Yes, I'm creating the photos folder. Yes, I'm pasting my employee service. Okay, just better to follow the same naming conventions. Otherwise, it's not an issue. It's better to maintain. Okay. Next, go to third step. So before processing the client, so before executing the client, we need to install some of the packages and some of the packages. So better to install in the client project before running the client project. So right now I am client. Just now get to client project. Cd space employee client. Right now I am in employee client directory. So I am going to install all three packages. So make sure you are in current same client directory. Then only it will work. So we need to include a protobuf is compiler. So we need to include these three packages. So after that we need to go to the CS cross file and so similarly how we changed in employee prototype in server side, similarly we need to include this one to compile the to retrieve do that our interface related methods and everything in client side. While executing this thing, it will generate in a debug folder. So we need to update the we need to consume that services, right? We need to consume that services. So so we need to retrieve here. We need to add the some methods to consume that service methods whatever we created. So better to go to I already some methods how to consume thing I am going to add here. So I added this. I am going to build. Okay, perfect. Make sure our service is running, right? Our service is running in 5001 port. So here also I am now getting 5001 port. So right now I am using server side streaming. So so just click on run. See how I am getting the data from the client to server. If you go to services, still executing the endpoint, still it is executing. So once you are getting the full response from server to client, so you will get the how much time it will take. See, the request is finished within this milliseconds. So after that it will executing the it will give the exact time, how much time it will take to execute that entire request. So meanwhile it will come step by step. All the details I am coming from the DB. Like this it will work. So let's move to code explanation. This is my method. This is my method, get all employees methods from retrieve all the records from the DB. So this is my query. So there is a one business case like so if you want to retrieve all the records from the DB, and if you want to validate each and every record from another service, if you are getting all the records from one source, so you want to validate with validate those records to another source. So this entire validation will take time to validate all the records. So instead of that, so we can validate, like if you are reading the getting the source from one if you are getting the records from one source, so within the loop or whatever it is, so you can pass the each one record or bunch of list of records to your validation related queue. So it will check and get the response immediately to the client. So no need to wait for getting all the records from the getting from response to client, from server to client. So like that we can customize our like that we can use server side streaming, and we can access the data easily from client to server. So this is to server side streaming. Similarly we can this is related to single unary call, like normal function call. It's not mandatory, so it will work asynchronous process only. So let's move to client side. In client side I wrote like, so this is my channel. So I created my channel, and creating them channel instant client related. So in this employee service client I we have two methods, right? So the two methods will be invoked. This is photo buffer compiler will generate the automatically based on your contract, how you define in employee photo file. So based on your working environment, like based on your working language, you are working in Java or Python. Based on that, the photo buff compiler will generate the automatically those methods internally, those methods related information. So if you go to client side, so this I am passing the no request param. So I am not passing any request to the client. So just a dummy value I am passing, empty request. So I am getting all the records like this, get all employees. So after getting the response stream, it will read them one by one and print in the console. So like that it will server side streaming will work. So in server side streaming will work. In next video I'm going to explain how to call this .NET Core service into another platform like Python. How this .NET Core core service can consume the Python client. So in next video, I am going to explain that stuff.